Hey, we are here, Ball Center Podcast, NFL pod since we had our live. I think this Thursday, I believe, because it was a holiday. I made a dumb decision during a trip and had to, mush, or push the live back a day. So, we're here to talk. Oh, my voice. Damn.
To be fair to you, there was flooding in New York. You know what I mean? That canceled trains. So yeah, pushing that live back a day was kind of a off schedule thing, but I think it was an interesting way to start off the week, Phil. And now we're here. We're doing the football podcast.
Right, we have a lot to talk about. The NFL wildcard round is done and over with. A lot of shocking things happened this weekend, and plus,
say that again.
We have that and a couple of things more to talk about. But hey, before we get into that, Ball Center Podcast, you can find us audio, all the podcasting platforms where they have it. YouTube.com/Ball Central for if you want to see us visually, and coming soon, playback.tv. If you hate seeing people just react to games without showing the actual footage of the game, go to playback.tv/Baller Central. You can see the game and us reacting to it, whether it's jokes, whether it's play-by-play commentary, or just regular hoops talk. So hey, I think I'll probably do it around Friday, Saturday, but who knows? We'll see. But hey, tune into that.
And Phil, right now it's just NBA, right?
Yes, yeah.
But I think the one cool thing about this playback thing is that unfortunately it doesn't show us, but we could broadcast on here, and then we could always set out the link to our playback. You know what I mean? For anyone who doesn't have the game.
Yeah, and plus, I think you need a NBA.com or NBA membership, whatever it is, because they're partnered by the NBA. So technically,
I didn't need one to sign up.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So
I just signed up with Google. Yeah,
even better. So, before we get into things, how are we doing this week? Who wants to kick things off?
Chilling, man. How you doing?
Elijah's the sick one this week, so we
was sick last week too.
He was kind of sick last week, but now he's kind of going through. I've been where he's been. I've been sort of sick, and then I've been this. No offense, Elijah.
Boo. No. For me, it was a good weekend. Got to see the guys. Elijah made his Swiss trip debut. Hell of a debut. So shout out to you. Hell of a debut. He was locked in the whole weekend. Shout out to Elijah. So, it was fun. It was fun seeing him. We played some board games. Me and John got a new fear of the game, board game Trouble. So it was good. It was good. Elijah, did you do a Swiss trip?
I don't remember half of it, so.
Oh.
Do you remember I beat you in pool? Oh wow, I can't
from
believe
the
remember
pool
that.
match
Nice.
from your friend picking you up. That's the gap right there. You don't remember?
Nah, I remember some stuff that happened in between them. But, I remember everything up until about 10:30.
Lord.
We were doing some good networking. You know what I mean? It was a good time, and then it just got a little out of hand, and that's when it gets really fun. So it is what it is.
I ended up going to sleep. So
okay, yeah, took a little nap there. Yeah, I remember that nap. Yeah, got some good pictures of that nap.
Hey, hell of a debut. That's all I gotta say for that.
Hell of a debut.
Yep. Hey, you left a good impression on everybody. Everyone was, glad you showed up. Glad you came through. Apparently, a lot of comments from your positive comments from your debut as well. So shout out to Elijah. First trip. Round of applause.
Positive comments where?
Although he didn't play any Switch games, which was kind of a negative, but we'll have to do that on the next
I didn't want to play the Switch when George Pop pulled up. I really didn't want to play.
Why don't you want his smoke? Let's get that out on the podcast now before we get into everything else. But why don't you want George's smoke? Because this is an interview I'm here for today. Let's go.
Well, let's be honest. I just haven't played as frequently. Remember, there was a time where we were playing probably about 4 or 5 nights a week, right?
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
Since that time has passed, I haven't really picked up my Switch much.
Okay.
Meaning I haven't been practicing, so I wasn't
him either. Not gonna lie to you. It probably would have been a fair matchup, but you were intoxicated a little bit.
But he is a cop, so
he's been touching Fortnite the whole time.
I don't know, because last time we did play ones, granted, there was one night where I beat him. I think I beat him 3-2.
We're talking about Smash Bros here?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was one night where I beat him 3-2, I believe. I don't remember, but other than that, like it's really been unfair between me and him. So I really got to prepare myself to play against George. While lit, I would have accepted the smoke, but we were watching movies at that point.
I got you. Yeah.
But yeah, it's okay. I didn't have to play.
Yeah. Also, you had a good Secret Santa. It was a good gift you gave her. So hey.
Yeah. I had Phil's best friend Hannah.
Nice.
I don't know what I got her. I just picked 2 things from the list, and I have to get her one more. I told you I was gonna get one more thing for her. I just have to text her. Like I said, I don't know what I think I got her a makeup bag or something.
Yeah, and then like a jewelry case, I think, something like that.
Yeah, whatever was there. But
and you said she was the most underrated in the chat, so hey, compliments all around, I guess, from Eliza.
No, I said that.
Yeah, you did say that.
I did say that.
Yeah. It's part of the game. Like, who would you choose between the group of who fits what description?
That's true. I remember.
What game was this? Drunkopoly?
Damn.
Yeah,
it was after Drunk Monopoly.
To be fair, the games do blend together from time to time.
Right.
Yeah. It was the other one. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that was that. John was my Secret Santa. John. I don't know if you want to talk. I enjoy it. He got me a Kawhi Leonard like bobblehead right here.
Mm-hmm.
I literally stacked it up with my Funko Pops over here. Can't really show y'all because it's dark on this side of the room, but it's stacked up over there. I got the Ben Simmons bobblehead as well, which is supposed to be TJ's, but he's not getting it.
He also got you some other stuff that you forgot at the house.
Yeah, I got 2 shirts from. Oh shoot, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I got your shirts. He's got your pictures. It's crazy. Yeah.
Why didn't you just give all the same thing to one person? Just have that one person.
That's what I said. John, I don't want to complain about it.
Well, I didn't want to complain. I just
you said you take this. I don't want to take this. I told John to be
because I'm gonna lose it. I didn't want to lose everything, so I'll don't worry.
The Breeze poster is going up in my room as soon as I get that.
Okay, gotcha.
That one's going up in my room too.
Mm-hmm.
That one's probably going in my car.
Yeah, and then Elijah's glasses.
Yeah, I left my glasses there as well. Phil got
Who has
those.
the glasses?
Huh?
Who has your glasses? Oh, you okay?
Phil.
Well, then why didn't I?
Right now?
Oh, are you? I can't. Why didn't we just give you everything to mail to him then? If you got his glasses,
it would have been a lot easier for you to get it since you live closer to him.
I didn't know you had his glasses.
Listen, aside from all that, I also got 2 shirts. Well, I got a shirt from Phil, which was the
John has those.
Okay.
Yeah, John has that. Stephon Diggs shirt. We also got a shirt for Phil got a shirt for TJ as well, which is the Saquon Barkley. Okay.
So shout out what inspires you apparel. Our boy Lawrence's shop.
Facts.
NFL fans. Also NBA comes soon.
Shout out Lawrence. As whoever, if y'all have been following and watching, y'all already know Diggs is my favorite receiver in the league. So that's that. Aside from that, what else was gotten? Oh, Phil's gift came as we were at the Switch trip, so it's actually sitting in my room. I don't know where it went, but it's here.
Yeah, John got me custom things as well. The Brady and Peyton Manning picture. Nice. What else? And then Brady and Edelman. So, hey, these are nice.
And I had Aisha had me in the chat, and she got me a gift card, and I'll be spending that on a championship ring.
Ew.
Yes, for this year. Yes.
How much was the gift card?
It was $50, even though our thing was only $25, which is very nice of her. Yeah, Aisha, it really came in hot, so I appreciate her. Oh,
I know. We also got to see Ash, the little baby.
Ashton, yeah. He was all like that was a huge highlight of the night for me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Seeing Ashton with George and everybody. Oh, it was so fun.
Ashton didn't seem like he wanted to be with us, but
Well, for the first 15 minutes, I mean. Kids are a lot like dogs.
He warmed up to me. I was sitting next to him the whole time. He warmed up to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you both had the same amount of balance after a couple minutes. So yeah.
Yeah. It was good. He was funny though. He's a funny little kid. Yeah. He's gonna be even funnier than George.
Same forehead.
I'm predicting that right now. I don't know. I mean, he probably. I don't know. Yeah.
Who had Phil?
Yeah,
who did have me? I had Tyree.
Yeah.
I gave her the things she ordered: a burrito blanket and a journal, since she's going to be in the YouTube game coming soon. Who the fuck had me?
Who had you?
Was it Tommy?
Was it you, John?
John had me.
I had Elijah. Yeah.
Oh, what the? Hold on.
Wait, you really didn't get a gift on Secret?
My fault. It was Waleed.
Waleed had you, yeah.
A wonderful co-host, Waleed, got me. He got me a Switch controller. So
nice.
So yeah, it's over there, bud. It's in the box. So I forgot for a second. So shout out our wonderful co-host, Waleed.
Those things are killer too.
Absolutely.
That's really gonna bring up your game.
Yeah,
but Phil had Terry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Hopefully we get a refund from that place because thanks.
Yeah, me and Phil were up at like 2:00 in the morning, Elijah, the day before, and it was pouring in Newark, and like we're sitting there and we're like, oh, everything's okay, and then we go over the window for a second, right, just to look outside, and it's coming through the walls, dude. It's like the rain is coming through the wall and dripping right over the window, and we got pots. Luckily, it was pretty chill, yeah. But
also they denied her first refund request, so
really
they might fuck her over. Not gonna lie to you.
Ooh,
so. We might have to make a stop and, fuck up a house or two. But allegedly.
I mean, allegedly, it's already, right. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, I hear you.
But hey, hopefully Airbnb services do the right thing. So if you're watching,
were they mad about the garbage? Do you know about that?
As of right now, they gave us a positive review.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's nice. I mean, they don't have the right to complain about the garbage since we have to supply the damn garbage bags ourselves.
Yeah.
But that's besides the point. We're here to talk about football, not some bullshit Airbnb catfish. So let's get through the wild card round matchups. First up, hey, we both picked Cleveland, me and John. I think Elijah was only one to pick Houston. CJ Stroud over tough Browns defense. Nico Collins had a game. Dalton Schultz, everyone involved for the Texans got it done, and they're basically playing with house money right now. The Texans, no matter what they do this next upcoming game, they exceeded our expectations and more this season. So, and then Joe Flacco's likely going back to the coach. So, how do you feel about the Texans and Browns game after watching it? I think we see it. I think we did watch it. Yeah, because I had to bet on it.
I mean, CJ Stroud is doing something a lot of rookies haven't done. Like, don't get me wrong. Like we saw last year how Purdy, the kid from San Francisco, went up and played the Eagles to the NFC Championship game he made all the way to, right? And so did Big Ben. His rookie year, he made to the NFC Championship, but he only came in halfway through the year. And I mean, we've seen people advance, but we haven't in a while seen a rookie quarterback start and end the year with a huge playoff win. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I think with this game, CJ Stroud really showed me something. That he belongs. Well, he just started his NFL career, but he's going to belong with the great NFL passers if he can do this early in his career. So, I mean, that was a big shocker that he beat the Cleveland defense. I watched that defense all year, and he destroyed them. Oh my God, he made them look like he was not a rookie. You know what I mean? Right. So, I mean, Elijah, what did you think of that game? You picked the winning team.
I don't know what got into me when I said that either, but I just knew.
Apparently, the right thing.
It was a good upset. It was a good upset call.
I said this before, though. What happens with the Texans specifically?
Sure.
They always find that young quarterback, and they just have great success for a few years. And
for a few years, yeah.
Stroud, the fact that he had so much early success in the regular season, it just showed, like, okay, he's going to get to the postseason, and he'll be perfectly fine. So that happened. Joe Flacco also, he shit the bed anyway, threw 2 pick sixes. So, it's not all on CJ, but the Texans team really came together and won that game as a team.
Right.
So it was good. It was good on their end. The Browns didn't play terribly. It just wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah. I mean, also with CJ Stroud in this year, when's the last time we saw a rookie year that's good? I mean, some compared to Andrew Luck, Ben Roethlisberger, like you said.
Sure.
Others. I mean, this could be like one of the best rookie years we've seen in maybe a decade, maybe 15 years from a quarterback.
Yeah, because a lot of people sit their rookie year, or if they do play, they're in a bad situation. You know what I mean? And which is funny because Houston is a horrible situation. You know what I mean? I'm not taking anything away from CJ Stroud. He literally just joined an organization that fired the last 2 head coaches in a 1-year stints. He replaced David Mills at quarterback, who, don't get me wrong, I like David Mills, and he went to Stanford, and he's a pretty decent guy, but he's no CJ Stroud. So it just, I mean, yeah, he's having a hell of a year. And I mean, he goes up against the Baltimore Ravens, with a hell of a defense, right? We just saw him beat the Cleveland Browns. Can he do it again? That's a big question.
Right. Hey,
we'll get on to that later.
Yeah, he has a tough test against Baltimore coming up, but we'll get to that matchup when we get there. Next up, so not only did we have a lot of cold games this weekend, but Miami froze because not only was negative 30 degrees, but the lights were too bright for Tua and the Dolphins. I think the Chiefs won by double digits. I think 14 plus. As you know, Tua struggled. A whole offense struggled. I think 3 scored a touchdown though, but.
Yeah.
Does the Dolphins have a Tua problem, or was it just they need the perfect situation? They need to host the games in order to win. They're not able to win on the road like what happened against this past weekend.
That they do have a Tua problem. That's exactly what that means, that they have to host games, because when you have a quarterback who can't play in the cold at all, like Tua can't, like you have a Tua problem. When you have players who a lot of this team cannot function in the cold because they never really played in the cold like that. You know, it's granted Tua is just basically the biggest problem because he's the one that has the ball in his hand every single offensive snap.
He's gonna get blamed for it.
Tyreek was the only one adjusted to it since he's the only one that played in Kansas City.
Tyreek has also played in the cold. He played in Kansas City.
Yeah.
I mean, he's won before. I mean, we talk about. I don't know if it's exactly him. I mean, we talked about it earlier last podcast with the Dolphins. Like this team has no playoff experience. You know what I mean? This team.
No, that's not true because the team had playoff experience last year.
Tua did.
He was the only
lost one game. Okay, he didn't. Yeah. But like what I'm saying is like, the whole team. I mean, I don't know.
And plus, they kind of struggled with above 500 teams and playoff teams from previous years this year as well. So
sure,
they have good teams.
But they've been up and down on defense with injury. Like I'm not trying to like. Don't get me wrong. Like
that is kind of on the coach too, because
yeah,
the Bradley Chubb injury could have been easily preventable. You were down 20, 30 plus, and you still kept them in the game. That's your fault.
Yeah, that was his fault. As a coach, but I'm just saying, like, you give it to the Dolphins against the Chiefs, you don't take away any winning on defense. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know. Like, I totally get it is a problem, and I mean they might move on, but I don't know. I mean, I think Miami's going to run it back with him. You know what I mean? I don't think they don't realize. I don't think they realize they have a problem.
They just got. I think it's more of a maybe team mentality type of thing because whenever they face an opponent that's like worthy of competition, they like what happened last week. They freeze up in the moment. You know.
Sure.
They lost to the Chiefs in Germany. I think that was the international game. They lost to a lot of teams that have above winning records or been in the playoffs year in, year out. So, I mean, that's the playoffs. It's full of good teams. So until they, stop beating up on the bad teams and actually beat up on some of the good teams, they're going to have this problem year in, year out unless they get the 1 seed.
Full of good teams and the Cowboys. Yeah.
And the Cowboys, yes. That's an excellent segue, by the way. Dem Boyz. Jordan Love showed them the power of love last week. Absolutely destroyed their secondary. Micah Parsons, nowhere to be found. Deron Bland, nowhere to be found. Anyone you can name on the Cowboys defense, nowhere to be found. I think it was 48-32, but they scored like 2 touchdowns late. I thought the Cowboys were going to choke in the second round, but they actually choked in the first round. So, and they hired back Mike McCarthy as their head coach. So, it looks like it's going to be more of the same for Dallas. So, it's pretty much a Jerry Jones problem at this point. How do we feel about the Cowboys?
If you want to talk about a mistake, I think something needs to be done with the head coaching decision in Dallas. Like, I get that Mike McCarthy he's kind of improved this year because he's taken over play calling and they've been better. They were the best team on turf, Phil. I get they choked against the against Green Bay, but what I'm saying is like offensively, Dak has looked a little bit better. You know what I mean? Not in that game. He looked horrible in that game.
Yeah.
But like, and I mean, Mike McCarthy can't beat Green Bay ever. Like, I don't know what his
he needs
issue.
To go, to be honest.
Yeah. But I mean, what I'm saying is like, I think Jerry Jones doesn't want it to seem like the house is on fire, but the house is on fire. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, you can't lose in the first round. Like, I think their house is more on fire than Philly's is on fire. And they're losing 4 veterans. You know what I mean? So, like,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
For the Cowboys, it's pretty much they switched from Jason Garrett to Mike McCarthy a while ago just because they want to be more successful in the playoffs.
Yeah.
We've seen the same pretty much. They make it to the first or second round, and then they dip out. I mean, he was there to help in the playoffs, not to try to boost your playoff regular season rating because you guys they're already a good regular season team. They just have trouble in the playoffs, and it's been more of the same with Mike McCarthy. So,
I think there are going to be some big moves this offseason, though. Elijah, what do you think? Do you think Tony Pollard's going to even be on this roster come next year?
He's going to have to be.
He's going to. I mean,
did
they pay him? I mean, they might draft a rookie. I'm just saying
they don't have to pay him this year, though.
Yeah. I know, but I'm just saying, like, what I'm saying is, like, what we saw he really had a bad year. Like, that's why I bring it up. You know what I mean? I'm not putting this all on Tony Pollard. Like, there's so many more holes than that. But, like, what I'm saying is, like, I think that's going to be one of the moves. I think running back they're going to address an issue. You know what I mean? And maybe it might not be running back, but
the issue is that they didn't have anybody else to pick up slack from Tony Pollard. So Tony Pollard's being back. He's not.
No, but they had I mean, I don't know his name, but
exactly
Anderson or whatever. I mean, well, hold on. They went to that guy all year. He's been a decent number two. McDowell or whatever. Number 9, the guy with dreadlocks. He looks really cool. I like him a lot. Every single time he gets the ball, I cry because he gets like 8 yards. You know what I mean?
Well, again, it's the same thing that happened with Zeke. When you turn Zeke into an every down back and you bring in somebody off the bench player is obviously going to have better success than the starter because they don't really got film on the bench player.
Sure.
So you don't know what to expect. And also the fact that, like I said, you're turning him into an every down back.
Sure. So what I'm saying is like there are backs in this league that produce, you know what I mean? That are constantly like, I mean, I get that it's a team mentality. Like the team's going to have, if they don't have confidence in you, like they did, the Cowboys didn't have confidence in Tony Pollard this year. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. I mean, I get he's going to be on the team. I think the number one running position is it's gonna be up for grabs at least at minimum because they didn't use him like a number one. You know what I'm saying? Like I get he's the best one on the roster, but they didn't use him as a number one.
He didn't use him for every down, I think.
No, not every down.
Oh.
On that, like the dude we were just talking about, he comes in on like third or whatever. I don't know. He does come in periodically.
Well, yeah. Hopefully, he has a better year next year because I don't know how long can the Dallas Cowboys keep up with this, especially with their fan base and their rich history.
Well, think about it.
Settling for one and done or like second and done. So,
what is Jerry gonna do though? Think about it like this: like he's not gonna fire the head coach. He's not gonna get a new quarterback. He's not like what is he gonna change that's gonna make this difference?
Nothing.
No, but he has to.
He's not going to.
There's gonna be no changes for Dallas this year. There's gonna be no splashes.
No, none.
Oh, that's crazy. I don't know about that. Dallas has to do something. They got to do something.
What have they done ever since Dak got here? Nothing.
I mean, since Dak got here, they thought they were making the right decision in trading away what's his face to the Browns.
Who?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Not Dez.
Amari Cooper. Yeah, Amari Cooper. Yeah, sorry. But what I'm saying is like they brought in Amari Cooper, then they got rid of Amari Cooper because they didn't want to pay him, and then they got rid of Zeke. Bring in Tony Pollard.
They've had good draft picks with Micah Parsons and CJ Lamb, but with that, it's just been playoff disappointment. And you're not here to win divisional championships. You're here to win Super Bowls or at least make a deep playoff run, and they haven't done that.
Yeah.
So, very pitiful. Should have called Bill Belichick.
But see but that's what I mean. Like, there's gonna be something that changes. I don't know what it is.
With Jerry Jones as an owner, it's just like having James Dolan as an owner. It's gonna weigh them down the entire time.
Sure. I mean, I would think they'd bring in another number 2, but Brandon Cooks did a pretty decent job this year.
Yeah,
you know
Brandon Cooks, he's 1,000 yards guaranteed any team goes to.
Their tight end looks great. It looks like a mini Jason Witten. You know what I mean? Like, it's just I don't know.
Yeah.
Do we think it's Dan Quinn? Do you think Dan Quinn takes another job
he
and then maybe they start? I mean, that might be the thing.
The problem is, you know what the problem is?
Go ahead. Yeah. What?
It's McCarthy and Dak.
Okay. Their offense got better. You don't think so?
It's simple. It's McCarthy and Dak.
Like, do you think they just don't trust each other?
No.
In the crunch time, because
for one, teams do not fear Dak. Okay.
Okay. No, I get that, but
we're playing Dak Prescott. Cool.
We get a pick.
No, I get that, but he played really well this year. You know what I mean? It's not like he played horrible. He was in the MVP conversation. He was in the MVP conversation. He did. He was in the MVP conversation.
Did he really play well?
He played decent. He played enough to be America's quarterback.
That's not playing well.
You didn't play well in one game. All right. That's what we're talking about here. We're talking about this one game. Of course, we're all going to hate on him.
The game that matters.
They were the winningest team on turf. That's why this is such a complete and utter.
And they lost on that same turf
to a guy on grass. But then that's what blows my mind about it. But it's just like,
let's really think about it though. Did he have a year that you would really consider an MVP year?
He was in the conversation. He was in a conversation.
No, I'm not talking about the conversation.
No. I wouldn't put him in my top two.
Also, all quarterbacks had down years this year as well.
But I also would have upgraded Tyreek Hill, and I would have upgraded CMC, and I probably would have.
Here's my question: as a quarterback, did you rank him top 5 this year?
As a QB, that's hard. I mean, probably 6 or 7.
So you're not ranking him top 5?
I wouldn't rank him top 5
as a QB.
As a QB,
and you're talking about he had an MVP year.
He had his team at times had good things. He had a great stretch. I mean, I don't know
what I'm saying, my brother.
What I'm saying is,
no.
Go look at the stats from last year to this year. He got progressively better. The playing calling with McCarthy got better. So that point that you made did not make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't make sense. How does it?
No, because the offense got better. Hear me out.
Your opinion. That's the thing, though.
No, I'm not. It's not my opinion.
I'm not asking for PFF. I'm not asking for what the MVP voters. I'm not asking for NFL Network. No.
Yeah, I know.
You. I'm asking.
I get you're asking my opinion, but I've never favored the Cowboys. I would never. You know what I'm saying?
Like aside from you favoring them, being unbiased right now, did Dak have an MVP year?
If we put him on another,
you would put him as a top 5 quarterback this year.
If it wasn't a Cowboy, and we talked about that relationship growing. Yeah, the relationship's the top 5. Sorry, I mean, it got better, dog. I mean, would I put him as a top 5 quarterback? No, I'm not a Cowboy hater. I don't like Dak Prescott. But I do see that Tony Pollard underperformed. I do see that Dak Prescott he got a little bit better this year than he was last year. I mean, I get he lost in the first round.
It's the same result. It's the same result.
I mean, yeah, every year you don't win the Super Bowl, it's the same result.
You're killing your own argument here, though.
What's my own argument though? Like
You're saying that's a top 5 relationship, but you're saying Tony Pollard struggled. Like Tony Pollard has nothing to do with Dak.
Well, I'm saying Dak has stepped up with Tony Pollard's missing. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying he stepped up.
Was he a top 5 quarterback this year, bro?
Him a top 5 quarterback? No, I put him in my top 10. I put him in my top 10. I put him in my top 10, which is in the conversation.
Wait. That's all I'm asking, right?
Okay, yeah.
Well, if he was not a top 5 quarterback, how did he have an MVP caliber season?
He was in that conversation this year with the amount of wins he racked up.
That conversation
because guess what? The conversation is all year, dog. We had this past 6 weeks. We were talking about MVP. You want to go back and watch our whole podcast? He was on there. We talked about a lot of different people.
Who put him up there?
I mentioned him. You didn't say anything before. I'm just saying we mentioned him after a 5-game winning streak. Yeah, Dak is mentioned. He's in the conversation. Yeah, after a 5-game winning streak. Yeah, I mentioned him. Yeah, and it's fine to mention him. Because guess what? After you win 5 games as a quarterback, that's a good thing. I don't know. It is what it is. I mean, I don't know. It's
also his odds were like top 5 as well on the thing.
I get that. So I mean, he's what it is. What it is. But I'm screaming. Let me not. I'm just saying. Hear me out. I get that McCarthy's not it. I get that Dak's really not it. I get the situation's not it. I get something needs to change, but I don't know. He got a little bit better than he was last year. That's all I'm saying.
And if he gets a little bit better, like I said, for Dak, it's kind of hard to say that just because he's been in this division on this Dallas Cowboys team for how long? And we can't accept him getting a little bit better every single year.
No, I can. You can. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, you can't win a Super Bowl in 1 year.
And how long has he had?
No, but that's what Cowboy fans need to realize. Look at Eli Manning. You want to say his career's trash? He had 2 Super Bowls against the best quarterback ever. And
it's in that time, Dak's already.
Yeah, I get that, but you also have to realize Eli Manning stuck around for 15 years of no injuries. That's almost an insane factor when you think he was a pocket.
In what year did he win a Super Bowl?
What? In what year?
Yeah.
2010 and 2013. Eli Manning won a Super Bowl.
I thought it was like 07. Oh no, yeah.
Or one was 07, one was 2010. My bad. I don't know. It was a.
With and plus, Dak has had some of the best offensive weapons and defensive weapons on both sides of the ball, and still no Super Bowl.
But you said it yourself. The defense didn't even show up this time.
Oh no, I'm saying in general, you have one of the best players, like Michael Parsons. You have Stephon.
Yeah, Diggs, who didn't show up. Yeah, I mean, Stephon Diggs was injured. Yeah, I get.
I'm saying, like throughout his career, he's had these legendary, or not legendary, but good enough weapons to win a Super Bowl, and he hasn't been able to pull them through it.
But he was also a 3rd-round pick. I mean, I'm not saying a 3rd-round pick is nothing to sneeze at. I'm just saying it's not a 1st-round talent.
I'm just saying. Yeah, we had to decide if he's the guy to actually be your franchise guy, or we have to move on.
I mean, they paid him.
That conversation soon.
They paid him. They had that conversation. He's your franchise guy, dog. We had this 2 years ago.
So
they're stuck with him.
But they're stuck with him.
I mean, how would you get rid of him? That's my thing. You're paying this guy over $50-60 million a year. Do you know what I mean?
As soon as, find.
And you're not going to change the quarterback.
Either find someone desperate enough to take him, or you got to ride his contract, then let him walk.
I mean, that's what the Cowboys are going to have to do, and I mean that's why they're in a streak. I mean, I think they need to build more around him. I don't think they have the pieces around him.
They have a good enough piece.
They don't have a running game. They don't really have a running game.
They don't have. I mean, Pollard needs to be better. They have
way better.
CeeDee Lamb. They have Brandon Cooks. That's a good duo in the NFL.
It's a good duo if they're healthy.
They have the tight end you mentioned as well.
Yeah, Ferguson. He's been doing well.
The passing attack should be viable.
He's a rookie too, so I'm pretty
sure they're like top 5 in offensive yards as well.
They were this year, yeah, especially on turf.
Yeah,
they're almost top 3.
I think it's more of a Dak problem than anything else. Well, they do need some help around, like maybe the defense as well, but overall, they need to. Like I agree with Elijah. It's a Dak and Mike McCarthy problem because that coach, he wasn't there to help them in the playoffs. It's been the same old bullshit. You might as well just kept Jason Garrett.
I'm not saying you got to fire him. I'm not saying you shouldn't fire him. You probably should. All right, Mike McCarthy. I'm not standing up here for his job. I'm just saying that, like, I think the problem here is the Cowboys cooker. All right, it's Elijah. I don't know if you see this with the Jets, but what the F was like? I don't know what I was on in preseason. Do you know what I mean, Elijah? Like, I picked the Jets to go to the Super Bowl. That's how intense I was this year. And that's what Cowboys fans are when they go to the playoffs. They're like, we're going to win it all or we're going to lose. And they just need to get out of the pressure cooker. All right. You don't need to win it all. If Dak goes to the divisional round, that's a check. If he goes to the championship game, that's a check. You know what I mean? Get 2 checks.
Also not winning the Super Bowl since 2000.
That's not how it works.
What do you mean that's not how it works though?
Not how it works.
I'm just saying if he gets knocked out in the divisional round next year, you're laying down.
That's not how it works, though.
Yeah. Also, John, as America's team, you haven't won a Super Bowl since 2000.
Dog, it's been 95. You need to get your fair for it. 95.
95, exactly. I'm saying like in the 2000s.
Yeah. Sure.
They won in the 90s. I'll get them up, but they haven't won in the 2000s. So that's kind of disappointing, especially with that history. And as a standard, as America's team, I don't know who voted them America's team, but that's where they are. And they haven't won anything in the 2000s. So
you know how they got their name? You know how they got their name?
Probably Jerry Jones bought it.
Nope. In the 70s, the Pittsburgh Steelers, it was actually for a commercial where the Pittsburgh Steelers were offered to be America's team and they turned it down.
Oh, damn. Well,
because they said we're the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then the Dallas Cowboys took it and ran with it. And they just, it's been on their advertising ever since.
Makes sense. Next up, Rams versus the Jared Goff and Matt Stafford Bowl, 2 former teams. Matt Stafford returned home to Detroit just to catch an L. Basically with this game, both offenses were looking good. It was just a matter of who can get the stops. The Rams lost by 1, but it gave them a little bit bright future with Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, Kyron Williams with that offense, and they just have to revamp some of the defense to build around Aaron Donald, and they could be right back in the title picture once again. So, and then congrats to the Lions. First home playoff victory in a while.
30 years.
So, hey, the city of Detroit deserves it. And that's why the damn prices for Bucks and Lions are so damn high, because it's $1,000 per ticket. So, how do you feel about that game? Besides, good for Detroit. And damn, those ticket prices.
I'll go first. I thought it was a hell of a game. It's probably my favorite game of the weekend. Elijah, did you see that one hit on Higbee by any chance? The one Matt Stafford said was dirty. I want
to towards ACL.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess he tore his ACL. I didn't know he tore his LCL until this
ACL
moment.
ACL and MCL.
Was it? Damn. I mean, that's football. But did you think it was a dirty play, or what was your thought on that? That's my big question. Walking in. Did you see that play?
I'll be honest, the play wasn't dirty.
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
It's just like he's a defensive receiver, at the time, so it's like, where is he supposed to hit him?
Sure.
Because with them changing the rules of everything where you can't hit blindside or like, it's just annoying at the fact that he had really nowhere else to go, because it would have been a great play if he was just able to hit him up top. But if he would have hit him up top, it would have been targeted. He would have been ejected from the game.
Yeah.
He had to go low, and unfortunately, Higbee ended up tearing his ACL and MCL. And it's like, what do you want defenders to do at this point? Like,
yeah, it's annoying because
based off of hitting, and that's why we have equipment. Okay.
And once they catch the ball, a wide receiver can turn and completely move the target point. You know what I'm saying? Like he could duck his head, and then like, okay, now it's helmet to helmet contact.
It's so, like the game nowadays just favors the offense so much that it's
so
just
much,
like,
yeah.
What like defenders have nothing. Like there's nothing a defender can do, bro.
Sure.
Any good hit that we see that will be like, damn, that was a good hit. Flat.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I mean, I don't think anyone wants anyone to get hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what we're trying to.
Trying
to avoid. They're trying to avoid these concussions. They're trying to avoid people getting knocked out. But at the end of the day, it's a part of anything you do. Like, are you going to change the rules of boxing now?
No. I mean, they're changing the rules of hockey, and it's kind of killing it. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Though.
Yeah,
it's the rules, and it's like you're leaving defenders at such a disadvantage that it's like nobody wants to play defense now. And now offensively, you're gonna have freaking 6,000-yard throwers pretty soon.
And Elijah, we both played random games or a game about, you know what I mean? Like the point of a game is to win, and for your opponent not to take advantage of a weakness. You know what I mean? That's almost insulting in a sense. You know what I mean? I'm not saying the Lions are saying, oh, if they didn't tackle me, we feel hurt, or oh, you're throwing the game or anything. I'm just like, I get it. It was a bang bang play, and like, of course the Rams are gonna think it was kind of dirty, but like, I agree with you. There's nothing he could have done. You know what I mean? Like he was running it. He was that close. He had to make a play. And I mean, what was he supposed to do? Just completely miss him? Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like even if you do hit him in like up, you know what I mean? And you miss the head.
You're putting defenders at such a disadvantage that we're not allowed to. Well, I'm saying we because I'm a defender too.
Sure.
We're not allowed to hit nobody above the. We're not allowed to just launch ourselves and just hit somebody or knock them off their feet, right? We're not allowed to. We're not allowed to freaking hit a quarterback anymore either. Like we got to freaking hug him and roll him. Like,
yeah, you can't put your weight on people.
Like,
it's just
we're running at speeds that are not normal human being speeds.
Sure.
So for us to come to a full stop in front of somebody and then hit them,
yeah,
we're gonna get hurt now.
Yeah, and it's
like the point of us running at that speed to hit somebody is to knock them off their ass, like put them on their ass.
And that's why I think I kind of would like to see more former players like Brady or I don't know, someone who gets a lot of hits be on these committees. You know what I'm saying? Like they have former coaches, they have former other people, and I mean they probably have some former players that maybe had a lot of concussions. You know what I mean? But like I'd like to see a running back or something who's sprained both ACLs or something. You know what I mean? Like I want more diversity in what they're given rules for, because maybe it's only offensive players that are on these committees. You know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying. Like maybe in that case, you need somebody like a Ryan Clark, or you need somebody like forgot the guy that hit crazy.
Well, I don't know about Ryan Clark. He be knocking people out on the
yeah, but Ryan Clark's pretty safe overall.
When we were younger, and I'm saying we as our age group, we're not that far apart in age. Y'all are older, but we're not that far apart. When we were playing towards the high school, John. Mm-hmm. Was there any rule like if I launch myself at this person, I'm ejected from the game?
No, our coaches used to say, "Hey, in 6 months, you're gonna get arrested if you do anything we teach you on this field." Like,
okay,
this is where you get to have fun. That's what they used to tell us. Well, because we're offensive linemen, so we would really shove people. You know what I mean? Like we'd really have to tackle people. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. When I was younger, I had coaches telling me, "Yo, lower your shoulder." And launch yourself. Hit them. Put them on their ass. Make them not want to come your way anymore.
Sure. I mean, you played more of a skill position player, and I was more of a lineman. You know
you were a lineman.
Yeah.
I'm playing corner.
Yeah.
They're telling me if they're running your way, launch yourself, put them on their ass so they don't want to come your way anymore.
Which is funny because they don't. A lot of corners that you watch, you don't normally see that. You know what I mean?
I started as a linebacker. That's all.
Okay. That makes more sense. A little bit. It's just because like one of the reasons why I love Darrelle Revis was like, yeah, you could say he could lock somebody up, but like the real reason why I love Darrelle Revis was he can make an open field tackle. Well, no, he can make an open field tackle. Get out of here with the Super Bowl stuff. All right. What are we on, Phil? What are we going to next? I know we were talking about the Rams. Sorry about that.
We at the end of the day, when it comes to football, bro, we have to let these boys hit. Like it does not make sense. Like somebody like Tua, who's been through a whole bunch of concussions, you feel me? You want to protect him a little bit more than others. I get that. You feel me? But at the same time, you can't bro, if I shove this guy, I'm one step away and I shove this guy and he already let go of the ball. Like, why are you throwing roughing the passer on me? If I just pushed him, I didn't even hit him. I didn't launch myself in him. It's like
Quentin Williams got called on that. He literally he pushed the quarterback this year. And he stayed up. He still got roughing the passer.
But this is what I'm saying. Like I said, get back to football, bro.
I'm just making your point even more. I'm just putting an exclamation point on it. You know what I mean?
Bring back CTE.
Nah, chill. You balling there, but yeah.
Up next, the last two games before going on our side stuff. The Bills, tough game against the Pittsburgh Steelers, but eventually they pull through and now have a revenge matchup set against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Mike Tomlin, post game, was asked about his contract situation and then stormed off the day after. He felt a lot better and answered the questions. But hey, the Bills, they got it done as they should, expectedly. And now they're riding the momentum. I think they won the last 6-7 games into a very, very much probably game of the week watch game for the Kansas City Chiefs. How are you feeling about the Bills going into hosting the Chiefs instead of Patrick Mahomes hosting a game for the AFC divisional round? You feel confident in the Bills?
You go first, John.
Okay. Yeah, I feel confident, but I also think there's a red X on Josh Allen's head. Did you see that fake slide?
Was it a fake slide?
Yeah, it was the shuffle. I think that's what people are calling it. They're calling it.
It looked like slide. It looked like a Kenny Pickett-esque type of fake slide.
Like
ironic he's playing against the Steelers.
I'm not saying that's I think it was a decisive win. I think that's what Buffalo needed. They needed to beat Pittsburgh down. You know what I mean? And Pittsburgh was pretty injured, so I mean a lot of people were betting that way anyways. But no, I mean I think they played well. I think it is going to be a good game. That's probably the game I'm most excited for this weekend is Bills Chiefs.
And plus, going back to that fake slide, they should have hit him.
Yeah. Well, no, that should have been a flag on Josh Allen. You shouldn't be allowed to do that. You know what I mean? If you're a quarterback,
to try to teach him a lesson, not fake slide or attempt a fake slide.
You could call it
hezzy or
yeah. No, it'd be a unnecessary roughness, or it'd be a unsportsmanlike conduct. It'd be unsportsmanlike conduct.
But for the Bills, they need this game, like you said, to build up momentum because everyone expected the Bills to beat the Steelers, but now they have someone that's been a thorn in their side for the last 2-3 years. The Kansas City Chiefs, this has been a rivalry, Mahomes and Allen in the playoffs and regular season for a while now, and now they have another chance to try to redeem themselves from last year. New overtime rules, so not a lot of excuses from either team, no matter how it plays down. But I'm excited to see how it goes.
It's honestly so good. I like this matchup. I'll let Elijah go. I'm sorry about it, but I really regardless win or lose, I want to see this for the next 10 years. You know what I mean?
We most likely will, yeah. So.
I mean, hopefully.
How you feel about the Bills, Elijah?
So first of all, again, y'all bringing up that fake slide. Let these boys hit.
Sorry about it.
Even if he was gonna slide, bro, let him hit, bro.
Yep, teach him not.
So that slide rule, I get the quarterback's giving himself up and whatnot, but that fake slide, I feel like once you pull out that fake slide, which I don't even think that was a fake slide for real.
Did you hear what happened on the next?
It was like a hezzy sort of, yeah.
Yeah, it looked like a hesitation. But I feel like if a quarterback pulls out a fake slide from that point on in the game, you're not allowed to slide. You're not allowed to give yourself up.
Do you know what happened the next possession? He slid on the next possession, and they hit him, and they called the 15-yard penalty on.
Which is what I just said. Like I said,
yeah.
From that point on, once you hit that fake slide, you're not allowed to slide anymore. Like you have to.
Yeah.
You're gonna get hit from now on because quarterbacks are using that now. Like Kenny Pickett used to really fully slow down and act like he was going down. Mm-hmm. Josh Allen more hesitation, and it's like defenders don't know what to do anymore, bro.
Sure.
So you have to let them hit at this point.
No, but do you think that could be a rule change in favor of like the defense. You know what I mean? Like I really like what your thing is, as in if they fake slide, all right, bet it's an automatic hit. You know what I mean? Like we're taking away some of these quarterback rules at this point.
But it's like it's something that has to happen because it's like I get that you guys want to protect players from getting hurt, blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, it's a hitting game. It's a physical game. These boys know what they signed up for when they were kids to play this game.
Well, also, let me ask you this question. What happens if the defender steps in a hole when he's breaking down and you're fake sliding? You know what I mean? And, like, somebody else gets hurt. You know what I mean? Now this guy's got an ACL problem. He's gone for the year. You know what I mean? And, like, I think they got to address this issue. You're 100% right on it. The NFL alone has to address this issue. Because college did. After Kenny Pickett did, they banned it, right? Phil, do
I
you
don't know
remember
if
that?
college banned it, but at the same time, like I said, bro, just let him hit at this point because
So how you feel about the Bills in that game?
I feel like they played well. Their defense really was on it in the first half. The points that the Steelers scored, it was really just too little, too late.
Right.
The Bills played well, so it's going to be interesting this week when they're facing Kansas City. But I don't have much to say about the game. Nothing much really happened for real because the outcome of the game was never in doubt. So.
Yeah. Last game of the wild card round. Probably a very fun game for everyone involved to watch. Whether if you're an NFC East fan, whether you're an NFL fan in general. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers put a whooping on the Philadelphia Eagles. They went from Super Bowl contender to getting knocked out by the Buccaneers in the wild card round. So a lot of things went wrong for Philly on offense, on defense. Bradbury got burned. Linebackers got burned. Everyone got burned apparently on the defense. Baker Mayfield 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Godwin, David Moore, a lot of people got touchdowns. There's just a great overall showing from Tampa Bay, and then the Eagles they finished their meltdown completely. But yeah, so what happens with Philly now after this gigantic meltdown? And John mentioned earlier, a lot of people might be out the door, including not Travis, but Jason Kelce, who Adam Schefter kind of, pulled a Tom Brady on them and announced his retirement before he wanted to. So where do the Eagles go from here?
Elijah, you can go first on this one.
The Eagles are out of here. That's all I can say.
Okay.
It was a terrible game for them. They looked terrible these last few weeks anyway. So, leading into this game, we know Devontae was hurt. We know AJ was hurt. And we knew Jalen was hurt. And when three of your top 5 players on offense are hurt, what are you going to do?
That's a valid point.
Sorry, three of your top skill players are hurt on offense. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
So,
I like to talk about someone who was not hurt. I'd like to talk about someone who was on the field who just made horrible plays. I like to talk about James Bradbury. I think he does not get enough credit for how badly they lost. Like he's just momentum shifter. Yeah, just throw the ball to James Bradbury's guy. Like as a former Giant, have respect, yada yada. I mean, I don't really like how he went to the Eagles personally, but there's a lot that was wrong with this game. On the Eagles side, you know what I mean?
Deebo Samuel is smiling right now.
Bro, Deebo Samuel is like
because he said these corners from the Eagles aren't shit, and it's proven right.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I almost want a huge upset this weekend. Like, I don't care if it's the Texans versus Baltimore or if it's the 49ers versus Tampa Bay. But I want an upset. I want one of these two to just completely just like shock somebody, because we were so shocked with the Eagles Cowboys, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean,
it's gonna happen to a better team.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they started out 10-1 and then collapsed in their last 6 games and they went 1-5, right? So it's just it's crazy.
Couldn't happen to a better group of fan bases. But yeah, so as of right now, Baker Mayfield and Detroit setting up for a good matchup. Those are the wild card rounds. We're going to do a quick game, and then we're going to make our pick'ems, and then we have a little extra thing for our boys, TJ and Elijah. So we're going to do the roster builder again. And we added an offensive lineman. Oh, not offensive. Like you get the whole line, not just one person. So you could choose a team's line. That will be also whoever O-line you want. That's the whole team. So from left tackle to right tackle. So I'm just gonna pull it up real quick, and let's hope we do a good job. We'll go Elijah, John, then me. That's the thing. Or Elijah, do you want to go first? Do you want to go second? You can pick the order.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, we'll do Elijah and John. Thanks, it's already set up.
Okay.
So, okay, boom.
Phil, I will bet Lawrence $100 that Jalen Hurts starts every game next year, though. Y'all, IBT was going in on Jalen Hurts last night. I was a little tight. I mean, they should go in on him. They should go in on him, but I was a little tight about it. I was just like, he's average. Yeah, of course. Every quarterback's average until they're great. You know what I'm saying? You're average,
is he gonna be
horrible.
Great?
Those are the three criteria of a quarterback. Average, great quarterback.
Great, though?
Who knows? But he's not horrible. And the way they talked about AJ Brown was like he bailed Jalen Hurts out. His job is to catch the ball, dog. Like he didn't bail nobody out this year.
I mean, he did have a lot of 100-yard games.
That is the point of his job. If he is not having 100-yard games, he is failing at his job. He's not bailing anybody out. I was a little shocked by that last night. Sorry.
Hey, they provided the facts.
I mean, some facts, and facts that skewed in their opinion. But I mean, hey, go ahead. I mean, hey, did you not say Jalen Brown bailed Hurts out? That was said. Was that not said? How does that make sense? You tell me how that makes sense. I'll tell you that the facts weren't skewed a little bit because they were a little skewed. I don't mean to be like that. I'm not saying they're all skewed.
They were talking about Jalen Hurts' season stats, not Jalen.
Sure, yeah, but they also counted the first year where you played 4 games.
I mean, we're not gonna say there's pick. We're not gonna cherry pick seasons. We
are gonna cherry pick seasons because hear me out on this. The team wasn't built around him. He had nothing to do with that team. He literally came in the last 4 games. I mean, I'm not. I mean, you could definitely judge next year. He had a not great year to the good year that got him a contract to having a decent year this year. I mean, I don't know how the last 6 games count as a good year.
Didn't his MVP season, or close to MVP season, get him the contract?
Yeah, no, it definitely did. I mean, that's how it gets everyone their contract.
And then he underperformed severely the next year. So,
yeah, but that happens with every. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it.
Everyone's got ups and downs. Oh yeah. So, let's get to the game.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna do the intro real quick. Hey, if you're watching, we got a little NFL roster builder challenge on the channel. We did this before, but we're adding a little twist to it. We're adding O-line, so we have about 8-9 positions. So, but this time, do we want to do 2 legends since we have 8 spots? 2 legendary spots? Or
one legendary spot. One legendary spot.
One legendary spot it is.
Gotcha.
Sorry about it.
Gotcha. So, it's gonna be Elijah, John, and me, and then we'll see who has the better team. Let us know down below what picks we would make for each pick and who has the better team. We could rank them 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, whatever. So, Elijah has the first pick, and he has Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Your team. Okay, that's a great pick.
Can't guard Mike. John, your team is. Let's see. The wheel says. Oof.
What did you
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas Raiders. Give me head coach. Give me Antonio Pierce. What a hell of a way to end that year, bro. Antonio Pierce, absolutely. Former New York Giant, Super Bowl winning champ, baby.
I don't want Josh Jacobs. I don't want Devontae Adams. I'll take Antonio Pierce.
I mean, yeah, at that point.
Let's see. I'll get from
Antonio Pierce should be up for Coach of the Year. I know he's not going to win it, but he should be up for it.
Ooh. I got the LA Rams. Let me get Cooper Kupp.
Okay, good pick.
Okay, next up, Elijah's pick will be from Jacksonville Jaguars.
I don't know if I'm gonna get a better tight end.
Ooh, I would go. You don't know. Sorry, don't listen.
We only have 1 running back spot.
I know. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say ETN.
I'm gonna take
Maurice Jones-Drew.
Their O-line is not it. Do not pick O-line here. This would be a horrible pick for O-line.
I'm gonna have to go Evan Ingram here.
Okay, great pick.
Hey,
you think he gets a big contract this year because he was franchised last year?
He should.
He did.
Maybe not a big one, but he'll get a solid deal.
Yeah. John, Denver Broncos.
Denver Broncos. I don't think there's a player I want on this team.
Come on now.
There's a couple.
There's one guy who really sticks out.
I mean, ever since they said their thing about the Jets, Elijah, I've been anti-Denver. I've been to their stadium and everything too. It's ridiculous. Give me offensive line. Their offensive line's not bad.
You're not gonna take Cortland Sutton, bro?
I'm not gonna take Cortland Sutton.
Hey, he might get a better receiver down the road. Who knows? I would have taken Devontae Williams, but
I would have took Devontae Adams with the Raiders, but
well, yeah, I know Devontae Adams, but he's had a down year this year. He really had a down year this year.
Speaking of solid running backs, I got San Francisco. Let me get CMC.
Congratulations.
Lovely. Elijah's pick will be. Oh wow, this is perfect. Buffalo Bills. I'm just gonna write down Stephon Diggs.
give me Josh Allen.
Oh wow,
Give me Josh Allen.
Never mind.
Like, no, obviously I'm taking Diggs.
Yeah, I was about to say. Hey, up next for John, we got Cleveland Browns.
Bro, you cheat. I'm telling you, Phil, you cheat.
Why would I make up a random ass team?
I'm calling this now. Elijah, I watched the NBA pod one. I just get bad teams. Why do I get bad teams in this, Phil? Give me tight end Njoku.
I felt like you could have chose Devontae Adams, but
Devontae Adams had a down year. If he gets a better quarterback,
I'd pick Devontae Adams over anyone on the Raiders immediately.
No, I don't care if he had a down year, bro.
He did have a down year. I know.
He's still one of the best wide receivers in the league.
Yeah, of course he's top 5, top 10.
The Giants. Give me their no.
Yeah, take their. You said
no.
And this is why I was surprised you didn't take the Niners defense because
I saw CMC.
That's a mistake.
Yeah, I could always get him again. We'll see. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll see how rigged this is. Phil got like 3 teams last year. It was horrible.
I got
Celtics, killed.
Someone else, yeah.
Warriors, Celtics, or whatever. I was like, damn.
Defense, O-line. You know what? Give me Brian Dable, I guess.
I'd have taken Waller.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, I feel like Waller would be a nice pick too. Elijah, you got. Hey, my squad, New England Patriots.
Hey, who you picking here?
Belichick's no longer the coach either.
Yep. Nope. They don't have a head coach. So
give me Brady.
Legendary. Okay. Cool. Nice.
Hey, John, your pick is from Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jacksonville Jaguars. Did anyone ever play for the Jacksonville Jaguars that were good ever?
Bryce Young-Drew.
Yeah, I was thinking that. But then I used my legendary up.
No, you didn't.
I would use my legendary up. Yeah. So why would I do that?
You said ETN.
Yeah, give me ETN. Give me ETN. That's fine.
Okay, my pick will be. I got Jacksonville Jaguars. Let me get Calvin Ridley, I guess. I'll take Ridley. He had an off year. Rusty year.
We'll be back next year. I'll bet here.
Yeah. Elijah, your pick is. Oh, wow. Houston Texans.
Go ahead, Coach there.
Give me the head coach.
Nico.
He's going to be Rookie of the Year or Coach of the Year.
John, your pick is.
Give me somebody.
Oof. You got somebody.
Who'd I got?
Carolina Panthers.
Give me primetime Cam Newton in his day. Yeah, baby.
That's good.
Cam.
Yeah.
That's a great pick. Dual threat quarterback.
My next pick will be from LA Rams. You know what? Give me Their secondary is trash. I don't know if I want their defense.
Offensive line's not bad. Offensive line there. Offensive line there. I'm telling you.
I'll go Higbee.
Oh, it's such a mistake there.
I feel like I'm gonna get a better offensive line.
You know they're like top 5 in the league, right?
Offensive line?
Yeah, they got 2 guards and a tackle that's like top 5 in like their position.
It is what it is then.
I know. I'm just letting you know. Next time you get LA Rams, you got 2 twice, so you never know.
Right. Elijah, Seattle Seahawks.
I'll take K Walk right there.
Kenneth Walker.
It's pretty good.
On your next.
Can I get one team, bro? I've had literally nobody other than I guess the Las Vegas Raiders that I missed on Adams. My bad.
Denver Broncos.
Yo, you're shitting me right now, dog. Dog.
Oh, the Broncos.
Give me their defense.
You guys are O-line and defense.
Dude, I don't want to talk about it. You gave me the worst picks.
Oh, it's the random.
It's a random generator. First of all, I'm random generating next time. Watch how you get.
That's fine.
Okay.
I don't mind it.
All right.
You know what? Give me. I got Seattle Seahawks. Give me their defense.
Good defense.
Elijah, one of your last 2 picks is the Minnesota Vikings. Oof.
I have to go defense. Their line is putrid.
Absolutely. Okay. John, your next pick for your wide receivers will be Buffalo. Jake is already taken.
Give me Sharik or whatever how you say his name. Shakir, yeah.
See, if you would have just took Sutton, you could have had Buffalo's offense. The line.
Their offensive line is okay at best. I don't consider the offensive line good.
Denver. Well,
you get Russ.
You know what? Damn. I think
you have to get Russ. You can't take it. If that's the case, then I'm changing half my picks.
What do you mean?
You got to take Russ here.
Or I can use my legend pick, right?
A legend. What? Tell me 1 year that the Denver Broncos were number 1 in offensive line. I'll use a legend pick.
I was gonna say Peyton Manning, but
I guess. So what year was that?
The year they won the Super Bowl.
What year was that?
I don't know. I know they won the Super Bowl.
He's taking the all-time he's taking a Peyton Manning, the best Peyton Manning from the Broncos.
Yeah. Oh, that's what you're taking. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yes, I said Peyton Manning.
I thought you said. Sorry, my bad. I thought you were talking about their offensive line. I was like, all right, name the year.
No. Elijah already. No, you already got it, so I can't.
My bad. I didn't know you were a legend pick. So I thought you were going to use your legend on our offensive line.
Elijah's old line will be Arizona Cardinals.
It's actually not that bad.
What are you talking about? They have a horrible offensive line.
Look
at Bryce Young. Look at Bryce Young. I'm telling you, dog.
Oh, John, pick a receiver from the Detroit Lions.
What's his face? Why can't I remember his name now? What is his? Amon-Ra St. Brown. Thank you very much. I was stuck on the St. Brown part. I was like, it's Saint something. Saint. Thank you. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And my O line will be.
Wow, we use all our legendaries on quarterbacks.
Miami Dolphins. Not bad.
That's not bad. That's pretty decent.
Hey, so let's see. Elijah's team. New England, Tom Brady, Kenneth Walker from the Seahawks, Mike Evans, Diggs, Ingram, Cardinals offensive line, Minnesota defense, and D'Amico Ryans for the head coach, Johns, Cam Newton from the Panthers, ETN, Shakir from the Bills, Amon-Ra St. Brown from the Lions, David Njoku, Browns, Denver O-line and defense, and Antonio Pierce, head coach, and then my team, Peyton from the Denver Broncos, the one that won the Super Bowl, CMC, Cup, Ridley.
What, the year he won the Super Bowl?
Yeah, that's the one he picked.
Yeah.
His worst year in Denver?
That was a horrible year, though.
Yeah.
That was his last year in the league.
That was a terrible year for him.
Damn.
Whatever year he had the records.
Well, I mean, no offense, Elijah. I kind of think minus your Cardinals offensive line. I think you probably have the better draft anyways.
We'll
anybody.
See.
We'll see.
O-line, defense from Seattle, and I got Brian Dable as my head coach.
I mean, you kill him on the offensive line thing, but
right.
I don't know.
Rank the teams. Who would you choose and why? Let us know down below. Hey, and that's the short vid. We'll see you in the next one.
Okay, well, real quick before the short vid turns into a long vid.
I did the outro.
Okay, well, I definitely think Elijah won. This is clear as day. Go back. You don't.
Oh, sorry.
You want to break it down?
Oh,
you don't think he won?
I mean, we also gotta speed things up. But
okay, I mean,
just take a picture and ask a third party.
Yeah, but I mean,
who's got a better quarterback? Elijah out of all of us. Who's got a better running back? You. But I mean, Elijah's got Walker, so I mean, he's right there. Mike Evans is better than.
I got Cooper Kupp. I won.
No, Mike Evans is better than Riley. Diggs is better than Cooper Kupp. That's you're judging them both at the same time.
The line, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I mean, I guess you could split it if you want to, but I would give Elijah one on both.
Yeah, he won both of them, so yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Elijah has better receivers than all of us combined, so
yeah.
Probably Njoku probably wins that tight end battle.
You think so? I think Ingram.
It's Njoku or Ingram. So, who has a better old line? Maybe
you.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, you do. Miami does 100%.
The better defense probably between Denver and Seattle.
I say Seattle.
Probably Seattle.
But, and then head coach, we probably give the nod to D'Amico.
Sure, he's gonna win this year.
Right. So hey, there it is. So we're gonna go with our pick'ems for the week, and then we're gonna close out with some hoop talk. So, first up, Houston at Baltimore.
You can go first, Phil, on this one.
Give me Baltimore. Big trust. They have to win this game. All the pressure is on them to win.
Yeah. These tickets are actually the cheapest in the NFL to get.
It's crazy.
I don't know if you know about that. It's on TickPick.
Who you got, John?
Give me Baltimore too.
Elijah, who you got?
I'm gonna roll with the boys. Big trust. Give me Baltimore.
I gotcha. Next one up, Green Bay at San Fran. John, who you got?
Give me San Fran.
Okay, I'll take San Fran as well. Elijah?
They're not Dallas. Give me San Francisco.
Up next, Detroit hosting Tampa Bay. I got Detroit.
I think if I know this is not like anything, but I just love that comment. They're not Dallas. If they are Dallas, can that be the head of our podcast next week? San Francisco is Dallas, same place, just overpriced homes.
That'd be crazy. Hey, we'll make it happen. Who you got for Detroit and Tampa Bay?
Wait, who did Elijah pick? Elijah, you picked Tampa
Bay? This is your pick. It's
I know. I understand. I
understand. Picking last I
understand he's picking last, but I'm just
no.
This was his Tampa Bay. No, hold on. This was his Tampa Bay team. All right, dog. If anybody knows his Tampa Bay team, no, I hope from Elijah. First of all, if he says it all the time, you can take his pick at any moment. First off, I'm just asking, as a reader for Tampa Bay, as someone who called Tampa Bay in the last game versus the Eagles, right? How do you feel about them going into Detroit?
So you want me to pick before you?
No, I just want to hear an opinion. I just want to hear an opinion. You don't have to pick. I'm just saying I'd like to hear, it's looking how it's looking. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just want to hear a little summary. What you thinking of this game?
It's crazy.
I don't know.
What, it's crazy to ask for a summary?
I have no clue.
You have no clue.
Like, I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
This whole weekend is literally everything is a toss-up to me.
Sure. This really is. It really is that close.
So if you had to choose what's close, would you pick? John, what do you got?
I rock with Detroit.
Detroit. Elijah, you got a certain pick, or are you going with half?
I'm not picking.
Gotcha.
It's not picking this game.
John, Kansas City or Buffalo?
It's in Buffalo.
Yep.
I got to tell you something. I really hated Kenny's Hurts segment, but when he talked about Patrick Mahomes, I listened on how he has 230 passing yards. He's better away than he is at home. I looked up those stats and they were actually kind of true. So
he pulled up StatMuse. Why would StatMuse lie?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
What's
For
the
Patrick
Mahomes
Mahomes?
stats?
Yeah, well,
Yes.
no. I'm not saying it would lie. I'm just saying, hear me out. Okay. First of all, when it comes to a pick, we don't have to, it doesn't have to make sense, dog. You just have to know. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is when coming to pick this game, right? I don't know, but after looking at stats, right, what I can tell you is I am more confident in picking the Kansas City Chiefs to beat the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. Although Buffalo probably won because I'm picking Kansas City. But go ahead.
I'm going Buffalo.
Buffalo Bills, yeah. I saw you pick Buffalo last night. Sorry,
Yeah.
I don't mean to be like that.
Yeah, I mean, so you already knew my pick at a time. So yeah, I'm going with them. Worst case scenario, it's a tie game going into the next round, but I think they finally, get a chip off their shoulder. They finally win one just because it's about time. Kansas City has been dominating the playoff matchup. Well, I think they won one, but they have been the. I think this time to take a backseat this year, and I think Buffalo does what it takes to beat them finally. So.
Sure, I mean it's in Buffalo. They could definitely win.
Elijah, who you got?
I hear what everybody's saying. Josh Allen needs to win this game. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going with Kansas City.
Oh, wow. I did not expect that. Well, damn.
I think they're the underdog in this game too. I think they walk into Buffalo and they have to win it, or else they're going to face. Might be a runaway.
I cannot see Mahomes not going to the AFC Championship.
The Bills are favored by 3 right now.
So, plus, I think I don't mean to be like this, but I think the script needs to be. Maybe it doesn't need to be written. Maybe it's Allen versus what's his? Why am I blanking on his name? Lamar Jackson. Sorry, maybe it's Allen versus Lamar Jackson, but I think it would
happen. Yeah,
it would make more sense for it to be Patrick Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson because. Who's more quarterback than Patrick Mahomes, right? Come on. Come on. Who's a more quarterback than Patrick Mahomes, all right? Is that wrong? Is that not everyone's top pick?
That would be ammo if people said that. Like
what?
The
who's more quarterbacky than Patrick Mahomes? Like it's just anytime you think quarterback, you'd be like, oh, Mahomes?
Right. So, hey, that's NFL talk. We're just gonna close out the show with a little bit of a little hoops challenge since. Elijah and our intern TJ season starts Saturday, I believe that's what TJ said, right, Elijah?
Yeah.
So, I give a little mission or some goals to try to complete during the season. So it's on the screen right now. I gave 3 percentages of points per game to try to meet and go over, and 3 challenges. So, first one is points per game. Elijah 8.5, so 9 or more. That's your
9
goal.
or more, bro.
And then TJ, over 9.5 points per game. So,
TJ outscoring Elijah.
I mean, that's what the stats have too.
It's so funny that I was about to say the same thing. It should be reversed.
That's what I mean. I think Elijah had an off year last year. I don't think you took that into account in your stats. I'm just being real with you.
You had the higher points per game as well.
But Elijah was out for a part of the season. I think you're underestimating him.
I'm going off strictly with last year's stats for.
Okay, you're not taking injuries into account, dog. I'm just saying.
Plus, that should be easier for Elijah then.
Okay, well maybe it is. Maybe he'll outperform you. I mean, who knows? We'll see.
Next one up, field goal percentage: 34% from the field for Elijah and 35% for TJ. So basically,
a little wild.
That's not wild. That's fair.
No. It's just wild how
You're
it's just
overs,
wild.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. I'll take the over.
Yes.
I guess not wild 30-something%. My bad. It's field goal percentage. Never mind. I thought we were looking at threes. My bad.
For percentage.
Only 26%? Okay.
Yeah. And then TJ was shooting 17% from 3, so I want him to shoot about 20% from 3.
I think I don't know how TJ's 3 is going to work out, but I know Elijah's is going to go up for more than 26%. I think it's going to be around 28 to 32%. If I'm even a real, I mean, I'm just saying this year's going to be a good year for him.
My 3-point percentage is going to be around 40 this year.
Oh, 40?
Okay. Blow us out the water then.
Blow us out the water. That's what I'm talking about.
Right. And then
we'll really blow points per game out the water because we all know you're going to score more than TJ. Let's be honest. I don't mean to be like that. I don't mean to be like that. I love TJ. But TJ ain't on this podcast right now. All right, TJ on this podcast right now.
TJ's more of our point guard this year.
That's right. I mean, although then tell TJ to take the looks. You know what I mean? If he's got it, shoot it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta have faith.
Challenge number 1 for each of the guys.
Ooh,
bring up his assists per game for TJ since he's the point guard now, and Elijah, get 1 assist a game. I mean, average.
Just you don't pass the ball, Elijah.
I'm not passing.
You don't pass the ball.
Pump fake pass.
Dog, you gotta feed TJ, dog. You gotta get TJ involved, dog. No,
not passing.
All right.
I already told the team once the ball gets to me, start running back on defense. It's going up.
Damn, he's failing challenge number 1. Damn, he's failing challenge number 1. I like it though.
Next one. 75% from the free throw line.
Ooh.
I think Elijah saw 50% last year from the stats. I think 75% is reasonable. That's like the average. So just bring it up 25%.
Yeah, I only took 6 free throws last year. I stayed up.
Yeah. So I think it was like close to 6.
So. Was it 1 game?
Really?
I think it's only 2 or 3 games that I.
Okay, I got you.
I stayed. When I tell you I stayed out of the paint last year,
yeah.
Oh, so you didn't get fouled, really? Okay, got you.
And then
like you brought up my injuries last year, like I really took it light.
Well, no, I just remember. You know what I mean? Like I don't mean to be like that. I just sorry, I don't mean to be like that.
And then
it is what it is. I was injured a lot last year, so I wasn't doing things that I would normally do.
Yeah, I see it as a bounce back year, though. I really do. Let's get it. What's the last challenge, Phil?
TJ's turnovers, bring him down under 2.6. That was his average last year. Maybe like around the 2 mark or a little bit under 2. So that's since you're the point guard, bring down the turnovers a little bit.
Phil.
I mean, don't you want your point guard to bring down turnovers?
No, I get that, but calling him out with second challenge, I like it here, but it's just it's all right.
So
2 point.
They'll do that for sure.
Okay, all right, good to know.
And then I have an individual challenge for both of you. So I was looking at the box scores from the games. Whoever can score 25 first between you or TJ will get a jersey of their choice at the end of the season.
25.
Well, what jersey do you want?
25, because there's no way. Because Tommy, our guest that likes to be on the show, went in the Legends DM say if you score 30 or 40, you get a band. Which I never
get a band.
You said 40.
You get a band
from me, which I never consented to. But I do like the idea that Tommy had. So first one to score 25, they get a jersey at the end of the season of their choice.
So. Elijah, what jersey are you gonna go with first?
You already know what jersey I want.
Or do you think TJ's gonna beat you out for it? Do you think
TJ's
gonna be like
jersey I want?
Yeah, Luka?
Grant Williams, though.
Yeah, Grant Williams.
It's more likely that I score 25 before TJ, so
yeah, I would think that.
So that's the goal. Whoever can score 25 first, that'll be your competition.
Are you gonna tell TJ about the third challenge, or are you just gonna be like, yeah, you know about 2 challenges?
I'm gonna post this in the chat so TJ can look too. So
okay, cool.
So, yeah, so stay tuned into our socials. Obviously we'll not hype them up, also hype them up, but we'll keep track of the season as well, whatever box scores. So tune in for any updates for the challenges. I'll probably have a sheet that updates their stats throughout the season. So hey, tune into that on our socials: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc., etc. So, and that is the show. Last words before we head out.
I'm sick, so I'm about to go make some more tea. This is not my flu game this week. If I'm still sick Saturday, I will not be playing.
Gotcha. Hopefully you feel better in time for the game.
I hope I feel better by tomorrow because I actually have plans tomorrow night. So
right, as you should. John.
I'm excited. I don't know. It finally started snowing in Jersey, so I'm excited to go skiing soon. No other last words other than that. Do you guys ski by any chance? You see your snowboard?
I snowboard.
You snowboard? Word. Do you go to Mountain Creek at all?
Nah.
Damn. Let me know if you go to Mountain Creek. I got a pass. I bought the stupid season pass thing. It's the one with the blackout dates.
Next month let's plan something.
All right, bet. Let me know.
Gotcha. For me, hey, this year for Ball Central, we're gonna try a lot of things, and one of them, like I mentioned earlier, playback. If you're watching this, you want to come through, watch the game with us, talk with us, in the chat while we go play by play or make jokes or whatever we do while we watch the game. While we actually seeing it, so you can see us and the game at the same time. Come through. I'm gonna put the link down below to join our channel on playback. It's gonna take some while to get used to because we're just joining us, so it might be some kinks, but I think it'll be a good experience for everyone involved. Hopefully they add other sports like WWE would be nice and NFL. but I doubt they'll add it before the playoffs end. But as of right now, it's just NBA. So if you want to watch sports and talk with us at the same time or chill or get to know us even better than when you already do, come through, download playback.tv. I believe it's .tv, but find it in the App Store or any app, and come through and chill and watch the games with us. Especially during playoff time, it is going to be hectic because playoff teams, do or die situations, people choking under pressure. So we'll see, and we'll make jokes about it all. So, with that being said, the Ball Sister Podcast, you can find us on all the audio platforms where you find any podcast. Hopefully not Google Podcasts. Let me know down below, since we don't like them as much as Anchor, because I know John mentioned that before the pod.
Sorry about that.
Also, if you want to see us visually, youtube.com/backslash Baller Central. We also have a gaming channel. It's mostly sports games and I think some random games here and there, like a Jet Set Radio knockoff and Jet Set Radio when it finally releases, because I will be on that religiously. And follow us on the socials, whatever, down below, etc., etc. So, with that being said, from the squad, from Baller Central, have a good night. Enjoy the NFL divisional round and good luck on your bets. And we are out of here.
Peace.
Deuces.